Howdy everyone. It's oh man. It's Divine, your and Michelle, your favorite people. Where's Divine? Divine, get over here. We just got our computer working. It was not working. We put a pen drive in it. Divine's pretty tired and hungry. And I think I'm pretty tired too. That's why I was just wanna
Tired.
tired as in mom go to bed so I can stay on the computer all night.
No, I just want to play for an hour. Not even like 10 minutes. 5 minutes.
So I don't know if I told you guys the fact that we had the coldest day in the world in Toronto.
So surprising. Don't
I did talk about it, but I didn't know that it was the coldest day in the world.
Get your scientists to say you're colder than you are.
Yes, what Divine said. And what else was there? Today, you know, we were watching Kanye. They had to watch Kanye West video, and I was covering my eyes for the Kanye West video. And not only in class did they show Kanye West video, but they showed the gay version, the two guys kissing and all that stuff. And I decided I didn't want to watch, and everybody in class was kind of like, "Oh my gosh, Divine, no, you're gonna pick up that thing and what? Is there a reason? Are you doing calculus questions that you need to have light on right now?"
No, they can see us.
They can see
We need
you.
to crack open this window. We need to crack open this window. Why are you wearing a sweater in this?
So, yeah, so then everybody's like watching me like, oh, she doesn't want to watch this gay show. It's like, not everybody wants to see men kissing, I'm sorry. And I just finished studying the, like looking up everything on the Satanic Bible. And their main theme was gay sex. Their main thing was self-indulgence. And because, oh my gosh, let me tell you, I spent like almost 24 hours trying to figure out what Bible to get. Because I didn't want to spend money on a Bible version that was also supporting the Satanic Bible. So it's almost impossible to find one. They all. Did I pick up your sweater and your shirt? Every single Bible owner also distributes Avon. It's called Avon. Avon Distributors, which who published the Satanic Bible. So HarperCollins, definitely don't buy them. Nelson, Zandervan, and it was just pretty scary, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know, you know it's there, but you don't want to know it's there. So anyway, the Satanic Bible is all about really just gratifying all of your senses and just allowing yourself to lust and all of these, you know, just really fulfilling the self, right? And, you know, you really see that in how, I understand Kanye West video, like they don't like it or they laugh at it or whatever, you know what I mean? There is Kim Kardashian who shows a shadow of her breast, but I don't see how that's very different from what Madonna did, or, you know what I mean? It's like, if you do something with class, you know, it's fine, but something where you have, what's her name? Miley Cyrus, who's a talentless, classless, you know, teeny bopper who has no substance to her, like, practically at all, grinding up on some guy senselessly with absolutely no class, no rhyme, or no reason. That's what I would not consider art. So I do consider Kanye West video something a lot more artistic. And anyways, whatever people's views are on that whole video, blah blah blah, I don't really care. But anyways, of course society has to take it to the next level and put two gay guys in there kissing and try to make it funny. And the thing is, like, it just shows you that the devil is so at work. He just puts his 2 cents in it wherever you turn. It's like, desensitizing people to gay sexuality, and people just gratifying themselves and not having any control and living like monkeys, and this is the way that, the scientists and society would have it. But honestly, they don't know that they're playing right into the devil's hands. You know what I mean? That this is exactly the way he wants it. This is exactly what he's striving for. This is exactly what the Satanic Church strives for: gratifying the flesh, gratifying the self, right? So, and it's just funny, these people who gratify the flesh, gratify the self, they want to be people that help other people, but they can't be. Doug, who just lives down, he's an atheist or whatever, he doesn't believe in God, or no, he believes in evolution, and so, he helps me out just so that he can do his part, but he fights and he battles within himself of why his fellow scientists and why his fellow atheists do not do the type of things that Christians like myself do for other people. He sees what I do for the community, and his heart goes out to me, and that's why he wants to prove his atheism. That's the only reason why he sends his food. He wants to prove his atheism, and whatever. You can't prove something that isn't. So anyway, but the reason why is that he struggles with the fact that he doesn't see his fellow atheists doing what Christians do behind the scenes on a daily basis without, ringing and sounding the alarm. It's because they're busy gratifying themselves and acting like monkeys. I'm sorry, after you're done doing that, and just thinking about yourself, there's not going to be any time there for sacrificing so that someone else can have something, or can be comfortable. And that's what the Christian faith is about. It's about sacrificing. So, honestly, they're all going to be punished. I want to say it in a more eloquent way. I always want to say things in a more eloquent way. As soon as I say something, I go an hour and I lie down and I think, oh, I should have said it like this, or I should have said it like that. Everybody does that, right? But, those who hate God, they're going to have some serious judgment. You know what I mean? And they think it's a joke. They think, there's no creator. Just imagine for a minute that he's been watching you this whole time. And that he's not joking around. We had a very interesting conversation when we were going down to the zoo about how terrible God is, and understanding how God could be loving and terrible at the same time. And, Doug was just talking to me about this animal instinct in him, about how, his sister had been picking on him, bullying him all her life, and then one day he almost ripped her head off, and she was scared as hell. And it wasn't that he wanted to do that, it was just like an animal instinct, as he put it, because what he could do, how strong he was, he had grown taller than her. He noticed that. As soon as he noticed that, wow, I can actually win against her, and stuff like that. What he could do to her was just 10 times worse than anything she could ever think or do to him. And this idea that no, you may not be inherently a bad person or bad, but your power is just very terrible. So if you, and I'm really, synthesizing it and condensing everything that we said, this idea that, you know, if you push him and you push somebody's buttons and you push them every day and you push them every day, depending on who you push, you better be careful, because if it's a very strong person, let's say it's Bruce Lee, or let's say it's Hulk Hogan, or somebody who has a lot of strength, who can do a lot of damage. Well, so goes the saying with God too. You push him and you push him and you prod him and you prod him. Guess what? When he gets mad, it's not going to be happy hour, because he has a lot of strength. He is very terrible. So, I think this is exactly what atheists don't understand, because, they don't believe in God. But consider the fact that if there was a God, okay, talking to the atheist, that made all of this, you're probably going to be in a lot of trouble. A lot. So, just the way you ebb around and choose your actions wisely when it comes to science and everything that you do, because there's the known and there's the unknown, and there's always those two things, because we don't know everything. So we always act with a margin of caution. And I'm saying that logically, because you act in this margin of caution at all times, because you don't know if you could get hit by a car when you cross the street. Regardless if you know the red light is red and da-da-da. You don't know if somebody has been drinking perversely and all of a sudden comes around the corner and hits you over. So you still walk with caution, even though there's things that you don't know. So, anyways, I got my Cambridge Bible. Trust me, I'm still tired of doing. There's still more studying and finding I need to do. I still need to find a Bible for Divine.
Yeah.
This is becoming frustrating. So, yeah, that's that. Divine's birthday's coming up. We're gonna have some really, instead of like party bags, what I'm gonna do is they're gonna be little candy bags.
I'm keeping it off the other class that I want to be in. Because my class is a bunch of evil little dumpsters. And I just don't want to give anything to them, so after recess, I'm going to go with cake and root bags to the other class.
Who's old enough is gonna get a cheesecake. And like I said, I'm really trying to get the aquatic Ripley's aquarium sleepover thing organized. It is going to cost a lot of money, but I think it's worth it. I want to take out, I want to, do something nice for Doug, and
Took him to my last
I think it'll be a great experience. I really want to know what kind of dreams I'm going to have when I have fish floating all around me.
Yeah.
I hope I don't become like addicted to that, because that is like very expensive.
Spencer.
Oh, Spencer wants to come?
Yeah, he's coming.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because everybody else found it. For the Amber's coming, now we're like, forget it. So nobody's coming.
But with or without anybody, it's going to be awesome.
It's going to be awesome. We're no friends.
Spencer's there. You and Spencer, you guys go on forever with stories. Like when I see you guys together.
There.
you know.
It's not going to be the same.
Oh my goodness. My TA today was talking about how the problem of why people can't communicate is overpopulation. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. It's counterintuitive, and her logic was
It's so
faulty. It's saying that what she was basically trying to say is that what happens is that you don't know where you fit in because there's so many people. Well, okay, you know, and I've gone on this discussion before how just because something sounds nice and makes a lot of sense when you put it on the tip of your tongue doesn't mean that that's what happens in reality. In reality, everybody who's watching, take a look at your own life. You go to and you gravitate towards your needs or whatever. You probably don't even know that many people. It's just you go towards the people in your sphere, and it's probably not even that many people. You know what I mean? Overpopulation would mean that, like, in my house right now, there would be like 10 different groups in my house. No, the only person I have to communicate with is my son. You know, or my family. When you go in your house, the only people you communicate with is your family. When you go to class, it's the 10, 20, 30 people in your class. When you go to the bank, it's the 5 people in line and the bank teller. So, I don't see how your everyday interactions have anything to do with overpopulation. Because you either gravitate towards people that are like you or you don't.
Cupcakes.
Divine, those are for your birthday. Don't touch them. So, you know, my son in his class, the same amount of people that I had in my class when I was a kid. I'm a loner. I go to, you know, and it's not because, it's because of my sociability. You know, people have their own ability to be social. It has nothing to do with overpopulation. Anyways, her argument was just stupid, and, you know, it just didn't make any sense whatsoever. And that's, you know, what these kill everybody atheists would have you believe. There's too many people, and we need to start, you know, having a Chinese society. And of course, when the Chinese people heard that in class, oh, they just perked up, like, oh yeah, see, we were telling you, you should be able to law that there can be only 2 children per people or whatever, you know. It's like, excuse me? Wow, this world is becoming more and more corrupt. I get to see it firsthand at the university, and it makes me want to vomit. But I can't wait for God to come. And I just want to be ready, you know what I mean? I don't want to be caught in the middle of doing something that I ought not to be doing, or, you know. So anyways, speaking of which, I'm going to go get something for Divine to eat. Oh, what are you hoping, that I go to bed?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. I'll go to bed.
Yes!
Bam! What? Alright, have a great night, everybody. Thanks for listening to my rant. I don't really have too much. I have an update on my New Year's resolution, but that'll be next time. Okay, bye.